everyone, welcome to Tabata in 20. I am so excited that you are here and that you're wanting to do this program with me. I had a blast filming this program. Quick little backstory, I was actually starting to film this program back in 2021, right before we found out that we were pregnant with our second boy. It was a surprise, a blessing, but a surprise. And because of the way that my pregnancy went, it was a very, very hard pregnancy. I had to stop filming this. So being able to get back into this and filming this was such a joy, such a blast. And I cannot wait for you to do this program with me. And you get to be there right along with me as I myself am working on my postpartum health and fitness goals as well. So that's a really, really cool thing. And if you are new to Scully Fitness, hi, I want to introduce myself really, really quick. My name is Bree. I am the creator and the founder of Scully Fitness. When I launched Scully Fitness originally, it was because I wanted to help women everywhere with their health and fitness goals. But as a mom myself, I eventually rebranded the whole entire thing to be focused solely on moms because I have a huge, huge passion in helping moms not only reach their health and fitness goals, but I also want them to find themselves again, gain back energy, and have a newfound confidence in their bodies and in themselves, and have fun and love the journey along the way. So I am so excited that you are here. So let's go ahead and dive into exactly what is Tabata in 20. Tabata in 20 is a Tabata style workout program. But Tabata is actually a very fast-paced workout and it falls into the HIIT category for workout formats. Tabata is where you have 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest. Now, sometimes I'll take that 10-second rest and I'll make it into an active rest for a little bit more of a challenge. But with that being said, please know that just like I mentioned, this is a fast-paced type of workout format. So you need to be willing to challenge yourself during the moves themselves because you only have 20 seconds of work. So you need to be willing to go a little bit harder in those moves. Whether that means you're adding more resistance, you're upping your weight. Maybe you're doing a weight that's a little bit heavier than you're used to doing. Maybe you're going a little bit longer. Maybe you're not modifying the whole entire move, but you're doing something in order to challenge yourself because like I said, it's only 20 seconds of work. Now, staying on track with how I mentioned this is a fast-paced workout, you're probably gonna notice that within the first workout itself. With short work intervals on top of only making the workouts themselves 20 minutes long, I have to make sure that we are moving through quickly in order to get the best workout we can in that amount of time. However, please don't let this be a concern or worrisome to you if you think after that first workout, oh my gosh, this is a lot, this is really fast, I couldn't even keep up, or I struggled to keep up. I promise you, it gets better. You're gonna get used to how quickly everything moves, you're gonna get used to the format, and not only that, but you're gonna get used to my training style if you've never trained with me before. So before I go into how you can actually get the most out of a Tabata with it being the style that it is, let's go ahead and talk about what exactly can you expect with this program in general. With this program, you have 4 weeks of work. That's it. You have 5 workouts a week, and the workouts, like I mentioned, are only 20 minutes. Some of them are a little bit less than that. So again, like I said, you need to be willing to challenge yourself when it comes to this program. You will also have calendars. You'll have workout notes. You'll have cue cards within the videos themselves to let you know what move is coming up. You will need equipment for most of the workouts, and these are primarily going to be dumbbells and bands, and I'll go over that in just a second again. But you'll also have little sound cues to let you know when a move starts and when a move ends. So when a move is about to begin, you're going to hear this sound. And when a move is done, you're gonna hear this sound. And then when the whole entire workout is complete, you're gonna hear this sound. Now you will actually have a timer that is in the bottom corner of the workout that will let you know how long you have with the move itself. However, you will not have a timer when it comes to the rest portions. The rest portions will actually have that cue card in there. So as long as the cue card is still up, you're still in a rest. Now, before I move on, I wanna mention one last little thing is that I do talk a lot in the workouts themselves. So please, please, if you do not enjoy somebody talking during your workout, feel free to mute me. It does not bother me whatsoever. I understand it. I just like to provide a lot of feedback, a lot of cues, a lot of education, and making sure that you're feeling the moves in the right way that you should be feeling them. However, don't let this get to you thinking that you need to match everything that I say the moment I say it. Like I said, this is a very fast-paced workout. So I'm gonna introduce the moves as fast as I can in the amount of time that I have, and oftentimes it's 60 seconds or less. So make sure that if I'm showing you the move, go ahead and just do the move full out or modified, how you need to do it, and then listen to me as I cue you on how to make sure your form is correct. And then just do those little modifications along the way. But don't worry about trying to be all in that form before you even start the move. Go ahead and start the move, and then just listen to me as I cue you and adjust accordingly. You will also have bonus material. So the section you're in right now, which is your introduction section, this is where you're gonna find a lot of that bonus material. You're gonna find bonus workouts, you're gonna find a terminology video. You're also gonna find a couple of extra little videos here and there, as well as a pre and post natal disclaimer video, which leads me to my next point of who is this workout program even for? So this workout program is for anybody, but if you are pregnant or postpartum, I do advise you to please go watch that video, as it's gonna give you a little bit more information as to whether or not you should be doing this program. However, for everybody else, please know that I do provide modifications and advancements where I'm able to provide advancements to allow you to do this program at the level that you need. So let's dive into the equipment real quick. Like I mentioned, you will need dumbbells and you will need bands. Now, the type of bands that you use is gonna be completely up to you. I do recommend having at least resistance bands, but if you want glute bands, you can also have those as well. Now, there are different types of resistance bands, and I use the looped versions. While you can use the rope type of versions or the ones that help you with pull-ups, those aren't actually gonna be as beneficial as if you had the looped versions of those bands. And if you have glute bands, that's gonna be beneficial for some of the moves. However, remember, glute bands add a lot more resistance and they restrict your range of motion just a little bit more than resistance bands do. So during some of the moves, make sure that you're noting whether you're able to get that full range of motion if you're using a glute band, and if you're not, go ahead and switch to a resistance band. Lastly, you do have a couple of workouts that are in your bonus material. These are gonna be your recovery type of workouts. In these workouts, you will do some foam rolling, so you will need a foam roller in order to complete those workouts as well. And lastly, what I wanna mention with the equipment is make sure that you have a variety out. I sometimes will mention to go light here or go heavy here, but I won't necessarily tell you exactly what weight to use or what type of weight to use. And the reason for this is because I want you to make sure that you are using a weight that is challenging for you, but also allows you to keep and maintain form. If you can maintain your form, you're gonna get the most out of the workout. And if you can get the most out of the workout, you're gonna get the most out of the whole entire program. Okay, so how can you get the most out of a Tabata when it is so short? We only have 4 weeks, you only have 5 workouts a week, and it's only 20 minutes long with 20-second intervals. You have to be willing to challenge yourself. Don't overthink the moves. Make sure you're doing the move full out first. And if you need to modify, I do show you how to modify. Just know that sometimes modification is simply just dropping weight or going body weight or limiting the depth or range of motion that you do in a move. So if I don't say it right off the bat, know that that's something that you can do to modify. However, like I said, do the move full out and then adjust accordingly, whether it's with form or challenging yourself with weight or resistance that's a little bit more or a little bit less. Also, you have to be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. So if you are used to doing modifications, or you're afraid to do a full out push-up, or you're afraid to hold a plank for 20 seconds, I challenge you to step outside of that comfort zone, believe in yourself, and go ahead and do it. Like I said before, you need to be willing to bring all that you have to these workouts. I give you rest, but if you need more rest, take them, but try to stay on top of the workout entirely in order to get the most out of it and challenging yourself along the way. Like I just said, if you need to take more rest breaks, take more rest breaks. That's completely okay. Do what works best for you. You can breathe, but don't leave the workout, okay? Now, another thing that I want to point out is that you have to make sure that your lifestyle outside of your workouts is on point too. Just because you work out doesn't mean that you are going to expect results like that. You need to make sure that your life outside of your workout is where it needs to be as well to help you meet those goals. So if you work out hard, but then you go and you become sedentary the rest of the day, and you don't feel your body properly, you're not focusing on your sleep, you're not trying to stay hydrated, all of those things, you're not gonna see the results you want, or it's gonna take a lot longer to get there. So make sure that your life outside of your workouts helps benefit your workouts. A couple of final notes before you actually dive into the program. Please remember to stay hydrated, fuel your body properly, try and maintain a good sleep schedule. And again, form over everything, but don't let it stress you out when you start the move. The results of the program do fall on you, so you need to make sure that you are doing the best that you can, like I said, and I've repeated several times, to challenge yourself throughout the entire program. Don't focus on the scale. While the scale does tell us a little bit about our health, it's not the only contributing factor. You need to make sure that you're tracking other areas of health as well, to see how you're doing and how you're progressing, because the body can take anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks in order to even see or show progress. This means that you may not see what you want to see until that 4 or 6 week mark, and even then, it may not be on that scale. It might be in how your clothes are feeling, your energy levels, your focus, your sleep, your mood, anything like that. So make sure you have other measures of tracking your progress than just that scale. I highly, highly recommend just trying to measure yourself on that scale once or twice during this program. I also, if you need it, have a scale option that will tell you more than just your weight, which is super important in tracking progress as well. So if you're interested in that, go to your fitness guide that you got when you signed up for this program, or if you're a client, go to your fitness guide, and that will tell you everything you need to know about that scale as well. And lastly, I want you to make sure that you are not only fighting for your whys and your goals, but you are not comparing yourself to anybody else as you go through this program. When it comes to working on health and fitness, it's one of the hardest things that anybody can do. There's been so many studies out there that have actually proven this fact. It's one of the hardest things for people to be able to stick to and go through and maintain as well. So make sure that as you're going through this, you're fighting every single day for those whys and for those goals. And remember, your whys are much deeper than a goal, and your whys are actually what's going to get you to keep pushing through more than the goals are. Consistent will outbeat intensity any single day. So you need to make sure you're consistent if you want to reach those goals. And lastly, like I said, don't compare yourself. While filming this program, I was around 5.5 months postpartum, and I went through a really rough pregnancy with my second, and it did a number on my body. And I actually had to go through a lot of care to help heal my pelvic floor and my diastasis and my abdominal wall in general. So I was prolonged out with how long it took me to actually get back into my workout. So when I started this program, I was 5.5 months postpartum, having just recently gotten back into my normal workout routine. So please don't feel like you have to see what I'm doing and match it exactly. If you can do more than me, do more than me. I want you to. I challenge you to. Don't think that you have to be at where I am, and don't think that you have to be where anybody else is. If you are in that Mama Fit community group, don't feel like you have to match the progress of anybody else is in that group. If you're doing this with a friend, don't feel like you have to match their progress. Make sure you're cheering anybody on that you know who's on their health and fitness journey, but do not compare your results to theirs. Your body is beautiful, your body is strong, your body is doing everything that it needs to do right now. And some people can reach their goals like that, and some people it takes longer. All of that to say, this is your journey. It is not Sally Sue's down the street. It's not mine. It is yours. And I want you to be doing what's best for you and pushing through to the end. You can do it. I believe you can do it. And I will be right here reminding you of that every single day. So with that being said, thank you for being here. I am so excited to be able to do this with you, and I cannot wait for you to get started. Let's go ahead, let's start our health and fitness journeys, let's work together on our goals, and let's dive in to Tabata in 20.